Hi there, Darren Hall here from BenningSystemNotes.com. Just want to make a very brief video just showing you the power of the Marketmatcher software that we have on the site, which is available now, free to all subscribers to the site, and has certainly been making a big splash with our members already. People already drawing in profits and certainly saving a lot of time as well in finding the particular games that they're going to trade on, using the profitable strategies that are included on the site and also their own strategies as well. We are on Friday the 2nd of September. The time is 1:15 in the afternoon, so I just thought this was a good opportunity. We've got quite a few European 2012 qualifiers on, starting this afternoon and indeed this evening. So just wanted to show you what the software is throwing up at the moment and how that might be used in order to determine your selection of games that you're going to trade on. So as you can see here, I'm on the site, I'm already logged in. So if we go across to the Marketmatcher tab, this will bring the software up, and we'll see here that we've got two options. We've got a preset search facility and a custom search facility. We default to the preset search facility, and this shows us we've got 9 currently configured in there of the profitable football strategies that we've actually got within the software of the site, and these have been converted into Marketmatcher basically to identify the particular games that you could potentially trade on. So you can see here we've got the Adster Aperitif, Clint, Covers, Kunders, FIP, Fashion Paraguay, Homer, which is the latest addition to our software, LTD, Labour Draw, nearly all covered, and Nugget Nibble. Now that may mean a lot to you, it may mean absolutely nothing to you, but these are all proven profitable strategies which have been verified and used by professional traders, mainly by the guys over at tradingfootball.eu, and also a guy who goes by the name of Handy Andy, who produced the Homer strategy. So we're dealing directly with the authors of the strategies here, so we've been verified over time and we're happy to include them. We've got other ones which are in test currently and which may well be introduced in the future, but currently we've got 9 in there. We've now got the ability to select liquidity levels as well. Really this existed because we had a lot of the testing going on in pre-season when the markets weren't as liquid as they are now that the season started. So generally we just select recommended, and these are the recommended amounts of money which needs to have been matched already in the particular markets, as again given to us by the professional traders. There is an override button here which can be useful to actually just pull up matches which are coming up, so you can get an idea of what's coming up and perhaps timetable your trading as well. But generally we're always going to use recommended, and then we can search here for games coming up within an hour, 2, 5, 12, 24, 36 and 48 hours. But generally again we stick with the defaults. We're looking at games coming up in the next 24 hours. So if we hit the search button, like I say, it's just gone 1:15 on a Friday. So if we bring those into shot, you can see we're showing a few potential games here. The first one is one that's less than an hour away. It's the Israel-Greece game, and that's been flagged up as a Homer. So there it will actually look at the criteria, or the entry criteria, what we're looking at for the particular strategy, and if the current prices in the market match and there is enough liquidity in those particular markets as well. We've got our minimum entry points, and the software is suggesting this could be a potential game for a Homer. Now what we're saying here is a potential game. What you then need to obviously do is go off and do your own research or look at the game in a bit more detail, decide is it a game you want to get involved with, whatever additional research and analysis you wish to do before there. But it's really just creating a search tool to narrow down a lot of the options. For example, if you wanted to Betfair now and went through the card, you're going to see a lot of games there that you would have to sift through, see what the current odds are, and also the odds are going to be changing as well, certainly in the run up to kickoff as well. So this really acts as a search tool. So we can click into the market there, and there you'll see it will bring up the current odds within the particular markets that we're interested in. So without going into the details of the Homer strategy, we can see here instantly that they fit the criteria which we would need in order to potentially trade this as a Homer strategy trade, which we may or may not do. We can click through here to go direct to the markets as well, and it's also showing us valuable information here, which is the amount which has been matched in the particular markets, because again, important thing with trading, we need liquid markets to trade. We don't want big gaps in the prices, otherwise we're going to be struggling to get matched, particularly when the game goes in play and you're trying to trade out of a position. So it's also identified additional games there. We've got Russia and Macedonia. If we scroll down here, we've got the England one there, which is coming up. Just two potential trades at the moment, a Clint or a Kunders. Now people will obviously ask, what do you do in that situation where you've got two potential strategies? Well, again, that's where your own analysis comes into. This is not some magic formula which is saying if you trade a Clint you're going to make a profit on this game, but what it will mean is that we can then look at the Clint strategy that we've got, what it suggests, and do we think that could possibly pan out within this game based on the sides that are playing, the type of match it is, the competition, etc. Obviously team news, which is important as well, but that's going to affect the odds as well. So we just need to consider all of that, but it's all it is really doing is cutting down tremendously on the amount of search time that we actually need in order to find particular games that we want to trade on. And again, we can drill down there, and what we'll find is at the moment that certainly the England game is the most liquid game here, as you might expect, and certainly this is going to build and build and build, and we're after to kick off, which is now about 6 hours away as we record this. So yeah, we would obviously come back a little bit nearer the time as well. The idea with most of the strategies here is that the bets are placed just really before kickoff, but all this is doing is giving us a good advance warning about potential games that are going to be traded. You may well find, even though, say, take last night for example, there were a few games kicking about in various European countries, obviously a lot diminished because of the international games, but you would go in here and it would perhaps pick just one or two out, if that at all, just purely because again the liquidity is not there, because we were looking at things like French League Cup games I think, and Japanese second division games and things like that. So whilst it did find one or two entries, again they were very few and far between, but equally if you contrast that with a very busy Saturday or Sunday for example, or an international weekend like we've got here, then the amount of time it's going to save you in just searching for the games is going to be a real godsend. And also just for the strategies as well, like I say, they are proven. I mean, the newest one actually is, we're getting really good feedback from that. It's one of our favourite strategies, to be honest, a Homer. I mean, people have said it's worth the price of the entrance to the site in its own right. I mean, the guy who wrote it, Andy, just currently completed, and this is the depth of the testing that we do. 136 games using the strategy on basic minimum stakes. That would have turned over £1,000 profit. Maximum liability on any game is £20, so you can see that's a tremendous return in investment over 136 games, so that's a tremendous cross section of games as well. We've got that information on the site, we've got full result sheets and everything to hand as well, and the Homer really is one of our favourite strategies to actually play. So I may well look to have a little dabble of that on the Israel game coming up in less than an hour, so watch this space and we'll come back and tell you how we got on. As we say here, I mean, again, for that purpose, people may well want to just focus in on a particular strategy that they like, so there's no problem here. We can just deselect the strategies here, we select Homer, we'll do a search, and this will then throw up any Homer games that are potentially there. I mean, it's very clear layout anyway, but some people do just like to see the particular ones that they're interested in, but generally we just want to look at all the potential options that are actually coming up here. And secondly, we've got a custom search feature. Now this, again, this is all about time saving. This is all about just cutting down the work that you guys need to do before you're going to make your trades, because at the end of the day you just want as much time as you can in order to set your positions up, do your analysis, do your research, decide if you're going to get involved with the games. So this is this is again a real godsend. For example, we can just go in here and do a search of all the markets that are displayed here, but very quickly we could go in and say, right, well, we want to find all the odds-on favourites that are playing today. So we're just going to put in a nominal figure there. Home teams, odds-on favourites in the next 24 hours. We click the search button, and if we scroll down, then there we go. You can see the list is going to get bigger. Click the top one, and that's just going to pick out anyone whose home match odds are between 1 and 1.99. You know, because you may have a particular strategy, or you know, that's your particular bag, going in and backing short price favourites, for example, who are playing at home. Likewise, we can reset this form and we can go back in and, you know, search for anything. I mean, obviously say for something like the over-unders market is very popular, so we're quite interested in strategies where it's suggesting there's not going to be minimum goals. Again, if we just want to bring up the whole list, we can put in a very low liquidity level there, say £1. If we want to be more, you know, defined, then again we would go in and actually, you know, put in more realistic figures here. For example, we wouldn't trade markets that say had less than 10 or 20,000 pound matched in them, so we'd be putting those figures in there. So you can see here that it's found 5 selections there of games where currently there's money matched in the market, and it's the 2.5 goal market rather is between 1 and 1.6 in order to back. So we can see there very quick. I mean, imagine the amount of time that would take to go through the whole Betfair card in order to see and find those particular examples. And again, we've got the ability to bring this forward to, you know, cover the actual whole weekend, for example. So here we'll be going into Saturday and even over into Sunday as well to actually see the potential games that are available. And again, there's going to be no money matched in any of these. Pick the Scotland game, to be some there. Yeah, we can see there 1.59 to back at the moment, the 2.5 goal market. So that's essentially it, really. I mean, it was just a quick overview just to show you exactly what the sort of power of the software is. As I say, we got more features coming on board, got more strategies coming on board as well, but with a combination of the preset and the custom search facility, really, you know, you've got all the bases covered there in terms of being able to do your searching, and then everyone can, you know, get stuck in with what they really want to do, which is trading and of course making money. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, then obviously drop us a line, info@bettingsystemnotes.com, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.